Alam mo ba yung klase ng marriage na parang ang hirap maintindihan? Parang ang hirap i-identify? Hindi yun yung inaabuso ka, hindi yun yung nag-cheat sa sayo or may third party. Kundi yung marriage na parang okay naman lahat, responsible ang asawa mo, masipag siyang mag-work, good provider siya, maayos ang bahay, stable ang buhay niyo. At sa tingin ng lahat, ang swerte-swerte mo. Pero deep inside, hindi mo nararamdamang mahal ka. And you feel like there is something missing. Bakit nangyayari yun? Most people think that the problem is yung husband mo siguro hindi lang masyadong expressive, or you need more quality time or better communication. And while those things can help, they're often not the real reason you feel emotionally empty. Sa video na to, mag-share ako ng ilang reasons or 3 reasons. So, I invite you to reflect habang dinidiscuss natin to. Let's do it. Reason number 1, you have patterns from childhood, from old wounds, from past hurts. Yung emptiness na nafe-feel mo is not always created by your husband. Sometimes, yun ay galing sa patterns na dala-dala mo bago pa man ma-meet mo yung husband mo. Yun yung mga patterns na hindi mo consciously pinili, hindi mo yun ginusto, patterns na na-shape during your childhood, your past experiences, your emotional wounds, and the subconscious beliefs na dala-dala mo for years. And hanggat hindi nahi-heal yung mga patterns na yun, kahit na sino pang pinaka mabuting husband, even the best provider may never be enough to make you feel deeply loved. Totoong may pagkakataon na nasasaktan tayo ng ating husband, pero it doesn't mean na dahil sa kanila yun. Merong natitrigger na lumang wound ang husband natin kaya mas masakit. Hindi yun dahil sa nangyari sa present moment, but because it is connected to the old pain na meron tayo. So, hindi lahat yun galing. It doesn't necessarily mean na yun ay dahil sa husband mo. May mas lumang sugat na natatamaan. Halimbawa, si Mrs. o si Maria, bumili siya ng bagong painting. Gustong-gusto niya talaga yon, pinili niya ng gusto. And then, pinag-isipan niyang mabuti kung saang parte ng bahay ninyo ilalagay yung painting na yun. So, excited ka. Ngayon, si Mister dumating galing sa work and hindi niya napansin yung painting. Wala man lamang sinabi, "Uy, ang ganda naman nito." Sa unang tingin, parang maliit na bagay lang naman. 'Di ba? Painting lang naman. Pero bakit parang may kurot sa puso ni Maria? Bakit parang mas malalim yung tama kaysa sa simpleng hindi niya lang napansin? Kasi minsan, hindi naman talaga yun sa painting. Ang natamaan ay yung mas malaking pangangailangan niya, which is yung nakikita siya. And since hindi napansin ni Mario, ni Mister, yung painting na yun, iba na ang perception or iba na ang dating kay Maria. Bakit? Dahil merong natatamaang lumang pain. Bakit ganito yung reaksyon ni Maria? Kasi habang lumalaki siya, yung approval na nakukuha niya, halimbawa sa parents or caregivers niya, natutunan niya na para mapansin siya kapag meron siyang magandang ginagawa, may mga achievement siya, mataas yung grades niya, doon siya nakakarinig ng, "Ang galing mo naman, proud kami sa'yo." Kaya unti-unting nabuo sa belief niya na kapag may nagawa ako maganda, saka ako ma-appreciate, saka ako mapapansin. Pag may na-contribute ako, saka lang ako magiging valuable. Kaya ngayon, nung hindi napinsin ni Mario yung kanyang painting, iba ang kurot sa puso ni Maria. Ang narinig niya sa puso niya ay hindi niya lang napansin yung painting, kundi ang narinig niya sa puso niya, hindi niya napapansin ang efforts ko. Hindi niya ako nakikita. Hindi ako importante. Hindi ako mahalaga. Wala lang ako sa kanya. At dito nagiging mahalaga yung healing. Yung feelings ni Maria, hindi yun mali. Normal lang yun. Kasi normal lang na naghahangad tayo na ma-appreciate tayo ng taong mahal natin, 'di ba? Pero ang tanong, ito bang pain kong nararamdaman ngayon ay connected lang sa nangyayari sa kasalukuyan or sa present moment? Or ito ba ay connected doon sa dati pang pain or sa dating or sa nakaraang wounds? Kasi minsan yung mister natin nakahawak sa trigger pero ang sugat ay mas matagal nang nandyan. Tayo as humans, we think and we feel this way, and our mind is a storage of our memories. And our memories lived in our subconscious mind. At kapag hindi tayo naging aware na this is from the past experience, patuloy tayo magre-react, patuloy tayo magde-decide, patuloy tayo magpa-process ng mga bagay-bagay based doon sa nakaraan natin. Hindi talaga based sa present moment. Kaya paulit-ulit yung cycle sa marriage mo. But if we heal those past hurts, past wounds, they will not bother us anymore. And we can create the life experience we truly desire. So it is important to heal those memories, those past hurts. Hindi para burahin ang nakaraan. Hindi rin para magpanggap na hindi naman nangyari. Kundi hindi na ang nakaraan ang patuloy na magdidictate sa'yo kung paano mo tatanggapin, kung paano mo haharapin ang mga experiences mo sa kasalukuyan. Or kung paano mo titignan ang present. Because here is what happens. Kapag marami tayong pain na hindi nahihilom, our mind naturally becomes wired to protect us. At isa sa mga paraan nito ay ang mag-focus sa mga posibleng panganib, rejection, or disappointment. In other words, our mind becomes naturally biased toward negative. And that brings us to the reason number 2. Reason number 2, our brain is wired to notice the negative. In other words, nasa survival mode tayo. And kapag nasa survival mode tayo, ang focus natin ay talagang nasa negative. Bakit nasa negative? Kasi our protective self gets activated. Nandun tayo sa protector mode. Na parang, wait, I need to protect myself. Parang ganun. Halimbawa, out of 10 na ginawa ng asawa mo today, maybe ginawa niya yung 9 na tama. Nag-work siya, he provided for the family, nag-grocery siya, tumulong siya sa mga gawaing bahay, he came home safely, on time, or nag-text siya sa'yo na malilate siya ng uwi. But he forgot that one thing na looking forward ka na mapapansin niya or manonotice niya. And somehow, ano sa tingin mo yung magstay or maglilinger sa mind mo the whole day or the whole night? Isn't it amazing? One missed moment can become louder than 9 moments of love. And before you know it, your mind starts telling a story. Hindi niya talaga ako napapansin. Hindi ako importante sa kanya. Wala lang ako sa kanya. Or wala siyang pakialam. Then hanggang sa pagtulog mo, daladala mo pa rin yung message na yun sa isip mo. Or daladala mo pa rin yung moment na yun sa isip mo. Kahit na there were moments na yung husband mo actually trying in his own way. Ibig sabihin ba nito na mali ang feelings mo? No. Your feelings are real. Kasi kung ano yung iniisip mo, doon nabubuo ang feelings. Thoughts muna bago feelings. Meaning, your mind is focused on negative thoughts because it is wired to protect you. It is wired on survival mode. In other words, ang brain natin ay naturally naka-wired to notice those things na pwedeng maka-hurt sa atin. Doon siya more nakafocus kaysa sa mas maraming positive. Bakit? Dahil ang brain natin is not defaulted to make us happy. It is defaulted to make us safe. Kaya yun yung palagi niyang nanonotice. Ang first job niya is to keep us safe. So, it keeps scanning for rejection, disappointment, danger, anything na pwedeng makasakit sa atin ulit. That's why one painful comment can stay us for years. while 10 compliments are forgotten by tomorrow. Kaya yan, every time na may nakakalimutan si husband, your mind automatically thinks na, see, wala pa ring pagbabago. Hindi dahil yun sa gusto mong mag-isip ng negative, kundi dahil your brain has learned to protect you by expecting disappointment. But here's the question, if our brain naturally notices the negative, sino yung nagtuturo sa atin to notice kung ano yung totoo? Because if we keep listening to the negative thoughts that our brain tells us, unti-unti tayong maniniwala sa kanya. Hanggang sa maniwala tayo na tayo siya. Our thoughts become our identity. Hindi ako mahalaga sa kanya, hindi ako importante, hindi ako enough, hindi ako lovable, hindi ako maganda, hindi ako kamahal-mahal, hindi ako lovable. No? But what if yung mga sinasabi ng isip mo about you ay hindi naman talaga totoo? What if beneath those story na sinasabi sa'yo ng mind mo, ng utak mo, there is a deeper truth that has never changed? And that brings us to the third reason, which is sometimes you forget who you really are. And that is, you are love. Most of the time, iniisip natin or akala natin marami tayong problema. Pero ang totoo, isa lang ang problema. Ano yun? Our separation from God. We think we are separate from God. If you believe that you are created by God, which I know na yan ang paniniwala mo, di ba? If you believe that God is love and God created you, ibig sabihin that you are love too. Di ba? Ikaw ay pag-ibig. Dahil ginawa ka ng Diyos o ginawa tayong lahat ng Panginoon Diyos dahil sa pag-ibig. So, you are love. That is your original nature. If only moment by moment, yun yung nasa isip natin na we are love. Ano sa tingin mo yung magiging experience mo? Yung magiging relationship mo sa asawa mo? If you are always in the frequency of love, you see everything, including your husband, including yourself, from the place of love. That is God's frequency, love. If you always think about God moment by moment, wala kang magiging problema. Because you know that God is within you. Because you know that you are loved by the Creator. You are a loving creation of God. Yung mind lang natin na naka-based palagi sa negative because yun yung function niya, yun yung naka-base sa past dahil sa mga pain na naranasan mo, natuto siya na i-protect ka niya. Kaya yun yung default mode mo. But if you let your mind only think moment by moment about God, about God's love, God's perfect love, hindi makakapanaig sa'yo yung mga fear-based thoughts na yun or yung mga protective thoughts na yun. So you can heal yourself. You can really heal yourself by always thinking moment by moment that God is within you. God is always within you. God never leaves you. You can never be in two different states. Like you are in survival mode and at the same time you are in the creative mode or in the thriving mode, which is nandun yung God, which is you are vibrating in the love frequency, which is your true nature. Love is your true nature because you are created by God through love. You were made by love. So you can never really be in two different states. It's either you are vibrating in the lower frequency, which is the survival mode, or you are vibrating or you are in the frequency of love, which is the God mode, which is the higher mind mode, the thriving mode, the creative mode. So that's it for today, mga sis. See you on my next video. Thank you for watching.